DaBaby has limited his Instagram comments after receiving backlash for feeding wild animals in Dubai. Now, the American rapper DaBaby, I like saying it, DaBaby. Do you want to say it?
DaBaby.
It's cute when Casey says it. DaBaby. Yeah, DaBaby. Limited, okay, sorry, yeah. So, what happened was American rapper, he limited his comments on his Instagram post after sharing a video of himself along with his pals feeding wild animals at a privately owned farm in Dubai. Now, the video attracted heavy backlash from the public on the rapper's socials, and just a little backstory on why the rapper was here in Dubai. So he was flown down here for the launch of a brand new floating nightclub, as well as to perform at a popular boxing match over the weekend. Now, a small PSA: as per Dubai laws, it is illegal to unlawfully own or keep exotic animals as pets. Only licensed zoos, wildlife conservation sanctuary parks, research facilities, and privately owned farms are allowed to possess exotic animals. And just there are so many privately owned farms in Dubai, and this very much looks like one of them. And you know, in these, they are like just a space that's allowed. Like, I think there's a certain amount of space where wild animals can be kept in Dubai. So accordingly to the guidelines, these farms then go on to keep animals. So it's in these situations it is legal, and yeah.
Yeah, I think in the last few years, the ownership of exotic animals has really been a lot more regulated in the UAE. I think there was a law passed back 2 years ago when, of course, they banned the ownership of wild animals unless, as Simran said, they're in specific places. For example, conservations, sanctuaries, parks, research facilities, and specific privately owned farms. I think they're more rare than people would tend to believe, and of course that if you are ever, you know, seen with an exotic animal and you aren't regulated to the teeth, you can expect between 10 and 500,000 dirham fines. You can also expect jail time under the new laws. In addition to unlicensed ownership of these wild animals, the law also outlines kind of stricter records of wild or dangerous domesticated or undomestic animals. So all of this ownership should be recorded. Just because these videos, I think, are very, very shocking. People don't like to see exotic animals in any way in a cage, but they think you think of a zoo because it's, you know, you don't like to think of exotic animals who aren't living freely,
like just domesticated.
You don't like to see them domesticated. So in terms of the UAE laws here, they're becoming more strict, and they have been over a number of years. So the ownership of wild animals is always strictly recorded, and if it's not, and if the animals don't have the excessive space that's required, the owners would be fined and jailed. I just think it's worth noting, because I think these videos are quite upsetting. Sometimes people really, really are concerned about the welfare of the animals.
Exactly, like they should be, like we should all be. But